What's good, y'all? It's your boy Lanzeral, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out a brand new trailer that recently dropped for the Lord of Mysteries MMO. Now, if you've been following the Lord of Mysteries MMO, you would know that we've gotten a couple of trailers so far, but none of them have contained actual combat. They all say they have gameplay, but none of them actually showcase them doing anything meaningful, in my opinion. However, this time, I can say very confidently that this trailer does in fact have combat. Why? Because I kind of cheated and took a peek. It is what it is. So, without further ado, because I'm pretty excited to see this, and I'm sure y'all are too, let's go ahead and check this trailer out together. Kind of weird, but I feel my heart a little bit. I don't know why I'm so fucking excited. Oh my god. Just showcasing a couple of different bosses. Some of these I know we saw in the last trailer, and yeah. So some of these bosses we saw in the last trailer. Bitches are milking the anticipation, huh? It is. That one looks dope. What, the one that looked like a shadow wolf just now? Oh, a teddy bear. Do the bosses have special grabs, or is that just a cutscene? Hey, we ain't seen no gameplay yet. Don't piss me off. Treating that key like a goddamn fidget spinner, girl. All right, there we go. Oh, that little fucking wimps. Shit. We got some perfect dodges. A lot of normal combos. So far, it's looking like my best example I'd probably use is Wua. But I feel like a lot of the open world games we get these days kind of follow that same formula. I'm not complaining. Definitely not fucking complaining. And then we have our exploration aspects. The cities and outside. Ride horses. Run fast as fuck, which I probably want to do that rather than ride a horse. That looks significantly more fun. We have cars. A bicycle. The character customization. PvP. That looks like PvP to me. Damn! Okay. I mean, why don't you just be a menace? A few little mini games. Make a point in. A shotgun. Wait. Music choice is kind of hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. Ooh, the grinding of fucking railways. Feet. Like actual hands, no. Get the fuck out of it. Got some executions, I guess we can call them those. saw that. Oh. Okay. Hey. It's an MMO. I can't deny that was a lot of people. All battling that boss? Oh yeah. I was really about to be like, where's the MMO aspect of this? They showed it. They definitely showed it. Woo! Alright, that was it for the trailer. I'm gonna just go out and say it. I'm excited. I'm very fucking excited for this game. Now, yes, the combat is basically the same as a lot of the other, I don't want to say gacha, but the free-to-play open world MMOs, or just whatever open world games that we've been getting out of China, mainly China, really. But that's not a bad thing. I still thoroughly enjoy Wuwa's combat. I enjoy ZZZ's combat. I've enjoyed the combat for the most part. And I could see in the trailer that there's a couple of other different things that we can actually do. So we're gonna go through and check out some of the mechanics that we can definitely see are gonna be in the game. Starting off with one of the first abilities that we saw in the trailer, you have dashes. And of course, that follows along with perfect dashes, which from what I also saw in the trailer, it almost looked like you can do the perfect dashes and then follow up with counter attacks. It could just be that maybe they were just attacking normally and there's nothing special about it. But there are a lot of different games out there that when you do initiate a perfect dodge, you can then follow up immediately with a special counterattack ability. So I feel like that's what I'm seeing here, but we'll find out eventually when the game actually comes out. Then another ability that I spotted, which I'm not entirely sure if these are two separate things, but sometimes when they're doing the dashes, it almost looks like they're leaving behind a copy of themselves, which then the enemy is actually able to attack instead of themselves. I've also noticed it happen during the perfect dodges, but that could just be a case of perfect dodge. It might very well be that it's a special ability that when you do a dash, you do leave behind a temporary clone that can then serve as a distraction for the enemies, which that is a pretty cool ability. Then we saw a number of different ways they can get around the city and the world, from bicycles, horseback, cars, or probably the way I'll prefer to get around, you can literally just fly around, dash, glide, all the different things. The mobility system for this game looks really good so far. And then also they did showcase with the cars that you can quite literally be on some GTA shit and be a menace, running people over on the sidewalks and destroying public property. So yeah, fun times. We got a glimpse of the character creator in the game, which at this point with Chinese MMOs, their character creators tend to be very, very detailed. However, there is one thing that I've also come across that kind of pisses me off with them, and that's when it comes to changing the color of hair specifically. Now, I completely understand dyeing of clothes has been a thing for as long as I can remember with MMOs. It tends to cost a bit of money to do those type of things. However, I've noticed with some of the Chinese MMOs that when it comes to changing your hair color, it quite literally costs an arm and a leg. And I genuinely hope that that will not be the case with Lord of Mysteries. I don't understand why they do this. I think it's fucking stupid. But yeah, it's something that I've noticed. Let me know if you're someone else who plays Chinese MMOs on the West, and if this is something that you've also noticed that seems different from a lot of the other type of games that we've played. Then we got our first glimpse of PvP. So, PvP enjoyers, rejoice! I can't say I'm like the biggest PvP person out there. I do dabble in it, but I will not no life it. However, it is very much present in the game, which means that the combat of this game is actually going to be very much skill-based. So, that's definitely something to look forward to. We also got a couple of mini games that were revealed, with one of them featuring the very adorable / slightly creepy elephants, which were running around in a maze, and the other one, which I'm not 100% sure if it was a mini game, but it's the one where they were basically using a shotgun to shoot what looked like zombies. Which, following that, the trailer basically confirmed that we also have some level of gunplay, with the character on screen using the revolver and basically rapid firing down. They were pretty much aimed down sights, but I also believe that there were other moments in the trailer where it seemed like they were still able to basically shoot the gun. Think of Dante in Devil May Cry when he's basically just shooting his gun free for all without having to aim down sights. I felt like I remembered seeing some of that, but maybe at this point I'm remembering wrong already. And then came the big part for me, because at this point I was starting to question what exactly makes this an MMO. And to my surprise, they actually showcased massive raid level battles with tons of players all in the same area battling a single boss. I believe they gave us two examples. One of them looking like a boss who was riding a horse, but man's was just walking, chilling. They didn't seem the least bit concerned about all the players around him, and the other one was a giant dragon. So at the very least, that aspect brings in that MMO feel. Now, I can guarantee, I'm pretty sure there's going to be other elements of the game that will probably make it more like an MMO. I'm assuming we'll be able to see other players running around the world too, but I didn't really see that in this trailer. But at the very least, large scale content that will feature a whole bunch of players was basically confirmed. And that is basically everything we got from the trailer. Now, this trailer right here has me incredibly excited for when the game actually comes out. I believe right now they're holding their second closed beta. The registration period for that had ended on June 22nd, but I have no idea when the actual closed beta date is supposed to be, because much like the first one, this is another hush-hush one. So I never got an email, so that means I never got into it, which makes me a little bit sad, but to be expected. I believe it's exclusive to Chinese audience. So yeah, it is what it is. I am very hopeful that we will see this come to the West, hopefully the same time as it is going to be releasing in China as well. And if not, hopefully it doesn't take that long. I feel like the West is starting to really build up its fan base for Lord of Mysteries, most likely thanks to the anime as well, which was incredibly good. But from everything that I've seen so far for this MMO, I'm really excited for this. The only other MMO I've been this excited for that still isn't out yet is Chrono Odyssey. And somehow Lord of Mysteries is starting to get there up on the same level as Chrono Odyssey for me. But I'd love to hear from you. If you're someone who's been following the Lord of Mysteries MMO, has the trailer basically blown your expectations for the game? Or did you see something in this that actually has you kind of worried? And if you're someone who's hearing about this for the first time, does this actually look very promising to you? And if you want to learn a little bit more about the game, you can also go ahead and check out some of the previous videos that we've done right here. Bye y'all, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you all later. Peace.